The circular walls of the city contain every record, ensuring that no thought exists beyond state control. Miles of paper flow from the industrial mills, turning raw data into the foundation of permanent power. Libraries act as secure vaults for information, where every scroll is numbered and guarded by silent men. Clerks move through marble halls with precise rhythm, filing the collective history of a vast, silent empire. The city functions as a machine of ink, processing every merchant, every soldier, and every legal decree. Order is maintained through the constant collection of facts, leaving no room for the chaos of uncertainty. Translation bureaus operate day and night, stripping ancient civilizations of their secrets for the current caliphate. Knowledge serves as the primary infrastructure of the capital, more essential than the water in the canals. Every house of learning is a department of the administration, funded by taxes and built for utility. Scribes sit in long rows under flickering lamps, copying the laws that dictate the lives of millions. Information is gathered from every distant frontier, flowing toward the center like blood through a cold body. The state knows the weight of every grain harvest, the name of every stranger, and every debt. Efficiency is the highest virtue of the bureaucracy, eliminating the waste of independent thought or local tradition. Paper is the skin of the state, holding the weight of authority within its thin and fragile fibers. Authority is absolute because it is informed, resting upon a mountain of records that never truly sleep. Scholars receive their pensions from the central treasury, becoming permanent employees of the grand imperial apparatus. The price of access to the royal archives is total submission to the shifting needs of the court. To translate a book is to sign a contract of obligation, tying the mind to the throne. Scribes do not belong to their families, but to the ledgers they maintain for the state's benefit. Education is a strategic investment by the Caliphate, designed to produce loyal agents of the administrative will. Every discovery belongs to the office that funded it, leaving the individual with nothing but his duty. Patronage is a cage of gold and ink, providing safety in exchange for the scholar's absolute obedience. The ability to read is a mark of state service, separating the useful asset from the commoner. No man may leave the city with the secrets he learned, without permission from the High Vizier. Talent is identified early and integrated into the system, ensuring that no genius exists outside the walls. Debt is the invisible chain that binds the thinker to the desk provided by the imperial palace. The master of mathematics calculates the king's wealth, while his own life is dictated by the crown. Protection is granted to those who remain relevant, while the obsolete are discarded into the dark streets. To know the stars is to serve the state's calendar, making every astronomer a servant of time. The university is a barracks for the mind, where discipline is more important than the actual truth. Records of every student are kept in the vaults, tracking their movements and their potential for dissent. Loyalty is rewarded with silk and paper, while hesitation results in the immediate loss of all status. The scholar's house is a property of the state, lent only for the duration of his usefulness. Every intellectual pursuit is monitored by the secret police to ensure it serves the current political agenda. Escape is impossible for those who carry the state's maps in the quiet chambers of their brains. Silence is the primary survival strategy for the wise who understand the lethality of a wrong word. Relevance is the only protection against the hangman, forcing the learned to produce constant and useful work. When a scholar dies, the state seizes his private papers, ensuring that his legacy remains government property. Loyalty is not a choice, but a requirement for continued breathing. in the high circles of Baghdad. The walls of the library are thick enough to stifle the cries of those who knew too much. Information is released to the public only when it serves the cold interests of the ruling elite. Men vanish from the schools when their theories no longer align with the requirements of the state. The preservation of a text is more important than the life of the person who wrote it. Minds are harvested like wheat in the autumn, stored in the granaries of the Imperial Record Office. Every letter sent by a scribe is opened and read by the men who manage the city. The ink on the page lasts longer than the blood in the veins of the quiet translator. Truth is a commodity bought and sold in the corridors of power where the sun never reaches. Disagreement with the official record is a crime, punished by the total erasure of the offender's name. The scholars watch each other for signs of deviation, knowing that the state rewards the vigilant informant. Knowledge is a burden that grows heavier with time as the state demands more from its carriers. The individual is a temporary vessel for the information that the Caliphate intends to keep forever. Fear is the silent tutor in every classroom, ensuring that the students never ask the wrong questions. The archives are a cemetery of ideas that were deemed too dangerous for the common people's ears. Every book is a brick in the wall of the empire, built to endure long after men. Survival depends on the ability to remain a useful tool in the hands of the administrative masters. The great institutions remain standing, while the people who built them are forgotten in the desert sand. History is a list of assets and transactions where human lives are merely footnotes in the ledger. The city remembers the weight of the books, but it holds no memory of the hands that wrote. Ownership of the truth remains with the throne, even as the bodies of the learned turn to dust. The knowledge endured for centuries, but freedom never belonged to those who were forced to carry it.